Alright, so welcome back to the garage. Today we're going to work on putting a little bit more of the CB750 back together. So for right now, I have new handlebars in. We're going to work on putting that in, putting the top hat back on, and then that'll allow us to start putting things back on like the grips and handles and everything. So yeah, let's jump in. Perfect. So that's handlebars on, and that actually takes care of two things because that also puts our fuse panel on here now. We'll go ahead and get that connector hooked in. So a great thing about these connectors is they are color coordinated. So it's your red one, boom. Now we got that connected. Moving on to the next thing. Alright, so next up here I got the new ignition switch. So that installs right here. Just two 10mm screws. Okay, so now before I can get the switches installed, there's this little nub here. On the stock handlebars, there would have been a hole that this nub would have gone into to help locate the switch. However, on the handlebars I have, they're aftermarket, so it doesn't have the hole for this nub. So I will actually need to grind down this nub using a Dremel. And I'll have to do that for the light switch as well. So let's get into that now. Alright, so that's both of these switches ground down now, so we should be able to bolt these onto the bike itself. Before that though, I do need to get some of the handlebar grip stuff set up, so I do have the new twist handle for this guy here, and I have a new handle for the left side handlebar as well. So let's move over, get that done really quick, and then we can start assembling the rest of this. Okay, so now a trick that Revzilla said to getting these grips on is to use some isopropyl or rubbing alcohol. Kind of pour some in there a little bit on the handle, and it's supposed to act like a lubricant, but that'll eventually evaporate, so we're going to try it out. Wow, that's pretty good actually. Alright, so we're going to let that dry for a minute. You also have the twist grip that we need to get assembled here, so we'll give this a shot really quick. Okay, twist grip was a little bit tighter than the handlebar side, but it's on there. Cool. All right, that tip works. Isopropyl alcohol. That'll help you get your handle grips on. Okay, so while we go to put these on, we also got new throttle cables to put in. So this is a 2-cable system. When you go to assemble them, on the lower side of the switch here, there's these 2 holes here. These cables have different ends, so they will only go into the specific hole that they're supposed to go into. Actually, quick tech tip on that one. One of these has the threads built into the sleeve here, so it's probably best to get that one started first. Alright, I'll leave that guy kind of loose for now until we get on the bike. And same for this one here, we'll leave it a little bit loose till we get it on the bike. Now that we have the cables in there though, we need to get the handlebar and put it in here and get the cables attached. Okay, so the way the system works, handle goes in here, the cables come up here and here. We'll go ahead and push them through. Okay, so as you can see here, cables come up through there, twist grip goes in here, and then your cables attach into the twist grip. Your cables attach into the twist grip. There we go. Like that. And like that. And then you throw your cover over. Yeah, there we go. Now we got that assembled and we can go ahead and get it on the bike. Okay, so when I realized when I was recording earlier, these were actually out of frame, but got the mirrors installed on the handlebars. So now I can see behind the bike while it sits here in the garage. Anyways, moving on. Alright, got the wheels back from the tire shop and new tires are mounted and balanced on there. Looking much fresher. So we're gonna go ahead and get these put back on the bike and be able to roll around again. Okay, so reattaching the speedometer cable is actually pretty easy. You got the cable here, you got the speedometer gear here, and you just have the screw. So all you do, take your cable, get it seated into the speedometer gear, and then you have the screw. Drive it in. As you can see, that locks the cable in there now. Now when you're driving down the road, wheel spins the gear, sends it up through the cable to the speedometer. Pretty simple. So installing the rear wheel is going to be slightly more complex than the front wheel. However, we're not going to go through all of it today because I still need to get a new chain for the bike. So this will just be a partial installation. Yeah. Okay, so the problem I'm having is you have these adjusters here. This is what helps you square up the tire, back tire here. This has to fit right in here. And these ones are bent a little bit. So I'm gonna need to figure that out really quick first before we can get these in. Okay, so I got it figured out. So I had the axle here tightened up a little bit too much, which was squeezing, putting pressure on the bracket on this side, on the left side. But got that cleaned up. And now the tire, it's mostly in there. Like I said, we're not doing a full installation just yet. Just because I have to get a new chain for this. These here are little keys that go in here. What they do is when you have the adjuster on there, this is what the adjuster pushes against. And it also kind of locks the back tire in here. About as far as we can make it right now until we get the new chain for the bike. Once we get the new chain for the bike, then we can kind of go in and tighten this all back up. But it does get the brake reinstalled. New tire is on there-ish. And yeah, I think that's going to wrap us up for today. We'll come back later on once I have some more parts and we can kind of continue on the reassembly here. Okay, I'm going to have to call the video here. So something that I realized as I was going to start putting the brake together is that, so this is the brake caliper here for a 79 up model. This is a rotor for a 78 and back. The rotor for the 78 and back does not work with a 79 and up brake master cylinder. So I thought maybe let's try getting an older style brake master cylinder, or sorry, brake caliper. So I ordered this 1977 model. Well, apparently the brakes for 77 were only for 77 and 78, which are not compatible with a 79 fork. And also the brakes for a 76 and back are not compatible with a 79 and up fork, which means I wasted a whole lot of time and money on this wheel, which is a 72. So that's gonna have to come out. I've already purchased a new wheel from a junkyard near my house, and I'll get the new tire swapped over onto it. But the new tire, or the new wheel, is from a 79, which has the proper rotor on it. Should actually look something more like this. I was also going to try to do Comstars, but they're the wrong size, and I don't feel like dumping any more money into these wheels. So these are actually going to go for sale. But yeah, so that's the end of the saga with wheels, and that's the end of this video for now, because, yeah, I hate my life right now.